All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A little late than never here today, but don't quite know what happened. Just ended up being a little late today. Well, good morning, and let's do a little bit of stock research, something I never do apparently anymore. Actually, I'm going to start today with investors.com, and I'm going to go to the EIBD. Which they have an electronic newspaper that they keep up. And we're going to go through the IBD 50 really quick and probably sector leaders. And we'll see what happens from there. So WWE pulls back, extended, solid test of 10-week line, reclaims entry, FIVE. I think I've got, nope, I don't have FIVE in here. Okay, there's your test of the 10-week line. There's your reclaiming the buy point. Okay, not all is lost there. Not bad. And one I don't think we've ever really looked at is WWE. Let's do that real quick. So there's a big gap breakout. It went sideways till it tested this 10-week line. That's fine. WWE. Okay, so it looks like WWE in the middle of a flat base, more than likely. Yep, that looks like a flat base. One, two, three, 4 weeks. Now I need 5 weeks to make a flat base, testing the 10-day moving average. I'm sorry, 10-week moving average, which is somewhat equivalent to the 50-day moving average. But man, look at all those green weeks on WWE. Pretty much all of them on the recent up move there. Don't know why they exploded from basically 23, 24 bucks. But they did. All the way up to $80. Wow, that's fantastic. 300% gain this year. How did I miss that? 150% gain. Okay. Doesn't seem right. 100. I guess it's right. 150%. Okay. So let's keep going. IBD 50. Tops profit taking region. Possible base 4th week below 10-week moving average. Well past 5% buy zone, extended, out of buy range. What I'm looking for here, they have keywords on these chart patterns, like extended means it's up too far. You don't want to buy it. Well past 5% buy zone, stuff like that, where the buy areas have already passed. Source to new highs, well extended. Back below in lopsided cup. Tests, entry, and ascending base. Test support line, extended, well extended. Support line could be interesting. Short stroke pattern on Trex. Take profits. Cut losses. Second stage flat base shows entry PANW. That's what we're looking for. And it's the second stage base, which is one of the better bases. If you guys aren't familiar with bases, a base is where a stock takes a rest after a good little run and then sets up to run again. So it looks like we have a little mini inverted head and shoulders here. Not bad at all. Let's take a peek at it. So getting up to just about 239 from 213. Not horrible. Check out my options calculator and see what's what. So I've got my fun little options calendar here. Now I'm going to show this to you guys, but please don't take everything in here verbatim. It is not. This is just a 239 PANW. All right. That's not right. Target 39? No, 239. Okay, so profit going back here, only 45%. Not really too good. Of course, it's only going up 10%. Infinity. That's funny. Don't think infinity is what we're looking for there. Well, actually, we are looking for infinity, but hasn't broken out yet, and the percentages aren't that great. So probably not super interested in playing options on this one. You're going to December, you're only getting a 50% gain out of that, which is quite a bit of risk. So, you know, the risk you're taking on versus the reward. Market opens very soon. Extended from flat base, sluggish breakout, falls below, extended, gaps up, extended, supports a 10-week, extended after May breakout, finds support, extended, 8th week in a row below a worsening sign, worrisome sign, add handle to large cup-shaped base, beautiful, control 4, yep, CTRL, nice, I noticed that too. Alright, so very nicely shaped base here. This is probably one to take note of, as a matter of fact. It is a very nice large base, very well shaped. Very new company too. Pretty deep though, 43% down. That's a little deeper than normal. But a beautiful situation here after earnings. And that doesn't work out very well. There we go. Yeah, just looking really good. But overall, I'd have to say, so here's the NASDAQ. If you remember, I think it was Friday, we were talking about this diamond top pattern on the NASDAQ. It looks like it was Thursday, actually. So Thursday, we were talking about this diamond top. Oh, no, I'm sorry, this is Friday. This is Monday. This is this is NQ. So these are futures. These have been trading since Sunday. And so you can see they're actually trying to break up out of the diamond top pattern instead of down. Try to shake us out to the downside there. All right, what's going on with the movers today? We got Momo, WB, Glog, Finco, Fizz doing good today. Let's throw you on here, number 3, Fizz. And it moved on me. Beautiful little pop there. We notice Fizz breaking out of this little consolidation level right here. We had this breakout from this symmetrical triangle moving up. And we had Friday with a very good close. Let's see what happens here this morning. As we know, the first 30 minutes of the market are the most tricky because they just throw stuff around in 30 minutes. That's when they play their tricks. Try to take you up, try to take you down, try to take you out. Essentially is what they try to do. So this is kind of my short list. This is kind of the stocks I'm most interested in. Actually, I should put Control 4 down here. I have that beautiful cup with handle. Workday is one I'm very interested in, which is still sitting up here. Unfortunately, earnings are coming up very soon in Workday. It's going to be difficult to take and hold a position here. 9-4. Looks like 2 weeks. Just over 2 weeks are earnings. So could it run between then? Yeah, it could. But not sure if it's going to. And I don't know how far up we'll go. There's really no telling how far up we'll go on that one. All right, CMCM up 8%. Weibo up, but still underneath its trend line. Momo, same thing. Fizz is the one that's breaking out, forming a pretty big cup here with a handle. I wonder if they have Fizz in the IBD. Nope, not really. They got them in the tables and the extra, which means they're nowhere else. So, like if you look for PNW, you'll see there should be in the IBD 50 in many different places. So here's IBD 50 number 21, it looks like. Extra stock spotlight, PANW. So sector leaders, PANW. So it shows you all of everywhere they are in the paper. And pretty much every stock is in those two places that we look for Fizz. Selling pressure finds support. That's a pretty big base. And IDTI. Look at that long base going back to last October. Let's check that out. IDTI. What's Twitter doing? Still breaking my heart? Yep, absolutely. Hasn't broken yet, but it's looking like it's really going to go to the downside there. IDTI, right? Yeah, IDTI. Let's check it out. Yeah, pretty big long base. They're already pretty well broken out of that. Up about little less than 6%. Yeah, between 5 and 6%, 5.85% right now from that what would be a good buy point. And slowly curling up here, not doing much. Quite a bit of red popped up on my screen, although I did add a few more stock symbols to this. Regeneron basically flat. TMS basically flat. Twitter down 0.52 now. Fizz doing pretty good. FFIV, Shutterstock. Generac Cores doing pretty good. Let's double check on Cores. Yep, doing great. Just sitting up there above this flat base breakout. Yeah, pretty much it's a flat base, and there you go. Now we got a little breakout consolidation. This is a great little base to buy off of if it breaks out above the 74.17 would be your technical buy point right now. Although, actually no, we're still within a buy range, 4.5%. You don't want to buy when a stock's past 5% past the base. It just leaves you too much room to be whipsawed. And so that's kind of what we're looking at. All right, CMCM popping up there. There's a trend line here in CMCM. It's still not above. You can see it right there. And we got New. How are you doing, New? The new kid on the block. Looks like respecting that trend line so far. But still down at lows. This is a recent IPO. That's what this indicates, not this color candle. Well, kind of this color candle. So this indicates a neutral color candle. Since there was no prior closed, neutral means you know, anything to that stock could be neutral. HTZ cleared my alert. Just got notified on my phone. Okay. So HTZ breaking out of a very long base we've been tracking here, popping up out. I think last time we looked at it. See if I still have HTZ on the watch list. Yes, I do. Let's take a peek. We have it going to 40, which is a double from here, which yes, it's a little bit egregious, but that's what I'm taking a measured move out of that. That's actually not too bad if you, from an options perspective. Actually, it's very nice from April in an options perspective. From an options perspective. But again, keep in mind it would have to double. So, but either way, I think even if you're just a normal stockholder, this is a pretty decent place to buy Hertz. We're just barely crossing this trend line here, and really have to go to the weekly to show you the whole story. So here's the whole story there. You got the big run up from 4 to 100 and back down basically to 8. and forming a declining channel here and popping higher. Um, I actually I got to go. I'm not going to stop the stream. I'll be back in about 3 to 5 minutes. So if you guys are still here, great. If not, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, I'm back. I'll see what happened. What's up, Eli? What up, brother? Twitter, are we finally failing on Twitter? Looks like we're trying to. We're attempting it. We haven't failed it yet. But, man, this is went from a bear flag to a little mini symmetrical triangle. So I'm not sure which direction it'll go, but so far it's not looking great. So here's our diamond top of the NASDAQ, Eli. You can see on Friday we actually tested the breakdown point right there, and popped up, had a pretty good close. And today's selling off. So I'm not super bullish on Friday's close, to be honest with you, but it's better than breaking into the downside right there. In fact, I don't know what the good book has to say about going sideways out of the diamond top. So, ooh, Fizz reversed, looks like down 0.38 now. Well, that's no bueno. That's a pretty hard reversal right there. We'll see how far down it gets, or if we reverse again. Now, like I said, the first 30 minutes of the day could be diamond continuation. The first 30 minutes of the day is when they play their tricks, and there's a gap up. It's called a gap and crap, ladies and gentlemen. So gapped up. Looks like it closed and open here at the 120 level. Gapped up and boom, boom. sold off. That's kind of what a gap and crap is. You can see here there's a bunch of selling here, selling towards the end of the day. So that may not be very good. Twitter looks like it really wants to fall off this cliff. And it looks like it's fairly close to doing so. That's basically your trend line. And volume 1.2 million out of 31 million average shares traded. Taking 10,000, 2,000. Watching the volume tick up 1,000. Well, what is it? Continuation or reversal? Because now I'm confused. I just bet the whole thing on a continuation. Just bet everything. Ha ha ha. So my general market list not doing too bad here. Mostly green. We got a little bit of red. Tesla leading the red. So Tesla's getting hit pretty hard right here. I think it's just more short sellers coming in, though, to be honest with you. Finally smelling the demise of Tesla. I don't think that's the case, though. I think they're going to get hurt some more. Most of the short sellers are pretty well hurt, but if you up here and you start hearing news about the SEC getting involved, then you really start to get peaked as a bear. And if you hate Tesla, what a better way to show it than to short the crap out of the stock. But I'm not an SEC guy, but it doesn't sound to me like too much what Elon's done has been horrible. I mean, if he really has plans to take the company private at 420, then it's just all he's doing is giving investors the advice or the information that they are needed and that Tesla's required to do. So I don't see why he couldn't counter that. Now, if he's lying about that, then obviously that's a different issue. Obviously, that's a different issue. So if he's lying about that, he has never had a plan to take it to 420. He doesn't have investors lined up. Then I think Tesla probably could be in trouble for the next year or so from a price perspective, as the SEC kind of floods its way out. Tesla's gonna have to pay a fine. We'll see what happens to Elon. We don't quite know, but overall, I like the Tesla company. I like the Tesla story. We'll see what happens when earnings come out. They say they'll be profitable in Q3, and it looks like November 1st is when we're going to see the results of those earnings. Actually, be harder to drop the stock if it was private. Believe it or not, that's what he's talking about. It doesn't have to do with the short seller bullshit and all that. Is because if the company's private, you don't have a public market to short the shares. It actually would be harder to get a lower price. You'd have to prove the company's worth less, which no one really does, unless you take it to some kind of tradable secondary market outside of the traditional, and maybe makes his own stock market, but that's a whole other regulatory nightmare I don't think he'd want to get involved with. But it is Elon, so who the fuck knows? That guy does some weird stuff sometimes. So there, and someone mentioned about Baba, and Tia on the overall stock market. Yeah, so here's the NASDAQ, and we've been tracking kind of this diamond top formation. Looks like ever since Thursday or Friday of last week. So there's the diamond. This is all-time highs for the NASDAQ. So there was a diamond top formation. This wouldn't take us down very far, but it would bring us below this 50-day moving average on the NASDAQ, which isn't the end of the world. We've been below the 50-day here, and chopped around it, at these levels. So we can hang around down here, not break the market, and just have some corrections in certain sectors. Let's look at Boot. How is Boot? Boot's looking great. As a good little breakout stock should. Boot's looking really good. So overall, I think the market's okay. I don't think we're gonna have a super broad bull run probably until towards the end of the year. That's just a guess. But I don't think we're gonna get a big broad run until then. Someone mentioned Baba. Let's take a look at Baba. So here's Baba after rounding down towards lows, being supported so far down here at this $165 level, I want to say. Pretty good support day right there. Earnings is coming up very soon. 8:23 before market. So that's going to be Thursday before the market opens is Baba's earnings. So watch for that. We know recently a lot of Chinese companies have fallen on earnings, so we could get a gap down below this support level here. Earnings are an area to be cautious, not to be overly aggressive with trading. So there's the level right there. Yeah, right about 165 is Baba's support line. So if it can maintain 165, if you want to take a small position, you know, if it gets down towards here, that may be something. Maybe you consider that. But like I said, earnings are coming up very soon, and that's always a risky time to take positions. But I think the fact that Baba's not fully breaking down and having a pretty good support bar. Look at the volume on that on Friday. Was that a triple witching Friday? Let me see. Let's see what the triple witching Fridays are. Does everyone know what a triple witching Friday is? My little man's coming in here. Hi, little man. What you doing, buddy? Go to Legoland, not today, my friend. I'm sorry, buddy. 20. Oh, James, today's Monday. It's not a weekend. Did you have a dream about your animals? Come here. What did you have a dream about? Of our. Dreamt about our family going to the zoo. Nice. So triple witching Friday is when you have options closing, futures closing, all kinds of different things close. Happens 4 times a year, and you end up with really large volume. I don't see it all over the market, so I'm just going to go with it's not triple witching Friday. So, and August 8th was not anything closing. Oh, this is a weekly chart. No wonder, never mind. That's a week. I thought that was a day. There we go. Alright, I'm sorry. But still, that's a pretty good reversal candle right there. ALK is in a buy zone. Let's check out ALK. Haven't been investing in any airlines recently. And when's dividend get distributed? 8:20. Oh, so today. So no, the dividend was distributed today, Eli. So we should be maybe good to go. It's pretty good. Pretty good setup here. I kind of like it down at these lows, respecting a prior low. There's a lot that goes on with airlines, though. To be honest with you, it's kind of weird. There's oil to consider. There's labor to consider. So if some of those things don't line up, I mean, we saw airline stocks not do a whole lot for years, and then here's a big run starting in 2012, moving all the way into the end of 2015, and then since then been kind of a weird corrective phase. But yeah, I mean, overall coming down from this trend line, actually looks like I could draw it right there. But a nice little rounded bottom forming over many months here in ALK. I bet you, Eli, if you look at the options, it'll be pretty decent. So the question is, where do you take it to? Because there's no normal buy point here. You got the 50-day up here at $72. Let's take a look. So let's see where we can take this out to. Got your mommy now? Mommy saved you guys from the Jamesy bomb. And I've just spilled water all over myself. So we got here going up to $72 at that 50-day moving average. And going out to 2020 on that one, not too bad. Mentioned APH, a symmetrical triangle. Let's take a look at that. Amphenol. Amphenol. So not, I guess this could be considered a cup base with either a high handle or it would just be a consolidation out of the base, either one. Yep, definitely a little bull flag right there. Not too bad. A lot of volume right there at that. Oh, that's a bottom. I thought that was the top. Hey, babe, we got locked in here, huh? The dog got locked in here. Good bottoming day right there for APH. That's not bad at all. We got more red on my screen here. CGC. Oh, what's Cron doing? Cron doing pretty good here. Let's look at our Cron trade, Eli. Don't we have one? We do have one. Cron has a very limited, supply of earnings here. But yeah, CGC definitely trying to pop up here towards new highs. Look at the volume Friday. Wow, I missed that. That's a weekly chart. I'm on a weekly chart. Let's go to the daily chart. Yeah, you can definitely see the breakout right there. This is going to be pretty volatile here. So 35 looking at 70, looking at 42. So 20% from here by January, Eli gets us 64%. Well, technically it hasn't broken out yet. Technically your breakout point would be up here at 36.65. That would be your technical buy point, 10 cents above the prior high. Or let's go to the weekly on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay, so this right here factors in as a cup base. It's not a cup with handle. There's no handle. But here's a cup base, which, yeah, it hasn't broken out yet. So if you think it's buyable here, it's buyable here. Otherwise, it may form a handle, but your technical buy point here would be 36.65. This technically would not be a technical buy point, although it would have whipsawed the crap out of you on that day. I think this was some news announcement, or was this earnings on Cron? I don't remember. 814, 8. Yeah, 8. Okay, this was earnings on Cron. I think it moved with it. Yeah, we can keep an eye on it. I think Cron's been looking good ever since earnings. I was interested in it here. Now it's finally getting some action. Maybe something worth doing. But yeah, if you look on the spreadsheet there, Eli, we got Cron January to 12, which is pretty aggressive. That's taking it all the way up to getting back to the high, which it could do. I mean, these things can move. You're buying the $5 on Cron, which is pretty good. So you're only paying 31 cents in extrinsic value. Extrinsic, intrinsic, extrinsic. I know. Hey, what are you doing? Etsy, goodbye and a pullback. No, I don't think that's much of a pullback. I think that's kind of a one-day thing. If you were, I mean, it's got kind of like, you know, two red candles up here, tweezers if you want to call them that, potentially. If this closes in the same range and this is some professional selling. Keep in mind we have this huge selling bar up here. So that's going to put some price pressure. We are slightly getting higher, but we'll see what the see what the day has in store. If you want to take a small position for a small trade, I don't mind it, but I don't know if I would get too aggressive on that. See what Twitter's doing, just slowly moving lower. Let's see what else is going. CMCM. So Cron here actually moved up to second on my list here today. HCC doing pretty good, bouncing off of the 200-day moving average. Usually not a very well-defined place to buy a stock, but it could. Yeah, that's fair, Eli. That's fair. Well, maybe you can short Twitter. I mean, that looks like it's gonna, the bottom's gonna get taken out of Twitter. Weibo getting pretty low there. GNC, let's blow through the ones moving here today. ENDP, this is the one that gapped up. When was this? 8-8. Man, how time flies. I remember that gap up day. It's like 2 weeks ago. Oh, Save hit an alert. It was away. Must have been. Don't know how I didn't hit that, but Save coming up to that trend line right there, declining. Looks like a lot of airline stocks here looking like they want to get frisky. Let's take a look at Save. I don't think we have a trade for Save. Nope. No, we do not have a trade for Save. What do you think about that one, Eli? We got Save, we got ALK all down here at lows. Let's look at some other airlines. Southwest Airlines. Oh, what the heck? Their symbol used to be love. Oh, LUV. Okay. Why you're not in Fizz? Oh, now Fizz is back up to 182. Man, Southwest Airlines holding up really well. Save and ALK, some of the more budget brand airlines, really been hurt. Looks like by the rise in oil prices. I don't think you liked Fizz for whatever reason. You seemed a little standoffish towards it. But Fizz has been nice. Fizz actually. Remember I mentioned those. Remember I said the first half hour of the day, ladies and gentlemen, they tend to do their magic. There's a perfect example of that. We looked at that and it was down. Now we looked at it and it's up. Back 5% up, or up 2% up. I'm sorry. Sold off at the open, pops back up. We'll see if it sells back off again. It may. But yeah, Fizz looking pretty good. A lot of the airlines looking pretty good. Let's see what the IBD has to say about the airline sector. B1. Okay, let's get B's out of here. It's in the B's somewhere. Yep, Diamondback. There's Fang, Diamondback Energy. Don't get bitten by a stock by snatching shares too early. Wait for the breakout. Confirmed uptrend 4 days on NASDAQ and S&P. So they got a little sector list. Where is it? There it is. All right, so where is airlines? Oh, I guess I could look up. $85 relative strength. Ooh, 175 is their ranking. Ouch. Airline's been killed. Go away, IBD. $8.3. So this was posted earlier this month. Top and bottom line growth moved higher last quarter. Earnings were up -1 versus -12. Revenue increased 19 to 22%. UAL is number 1 ranked in the group. Let's check out UAL. Wow, UAL popping here at new highs. Or trying to. So if UAL is going to get going, it's probably going to pull some of these out of these ditches. Not too shabby there. Yeah, I'm not mad at the airlines whatsoever. I may actually think about taking a position in some of them. We'll have to wait and see, do a little bit more homework. I was late to the party this morning. Not that too many people care. Yeah, Fizz looking good. Let's kind of go through these. Cron up 7% still. Doing really good. Man, the long-term Eli. Think about just buying Cron here. Just buy something of Cron here. I should do. Well, no one's here in the morning, Eli. No one's here in the morning. I was 20 minutes late, and I don't think anyone noticed. I don't even know where that 20 minutes went. My alarm went off. I got a little lazy for half a second, and then I got up, brushed my teeth, and came here. And I'm like, that's not 20 minutes. Guess I was laying down longer than I thought. I think Cron longer term. I mean, I don't know much about Cron, to be honest with you. I haven't done a lot of fundamental research. So let's look at Cron from a fundamental standpoint. $36 relative strength. Canada-based company operates in the health Canada's access to cannabis. 41 industry group rank, not bad. Lots of red here. Earnings surprise. Sales growth rate is through the roof. Look at that, 430. 3-year sales growth rate, 840%. You never see it that high. So this is almost one where you almost do just want to buy the stock and hold on to it. Maybe doing some research and comparing some of these marijuana stocks that we have access to at such low premiums to recent highs. I mean, keep in mind this thing's come back 40% recently, so you're going to get $65% increase out of it. So probably will go up like gangbusters in the next coming year or two. You're talking 40, 50, 60 bucks maybe. If you talk about buy and hold, I actually don't super mind a buy and hold on some of these cannabis stocks. People do drugs. I don't do drugs, but some people do. I don't mind investing in a company that does, because I can't change any of that, so who cares? Okay, CVNA. Oh, Carvana. I got it weekly up here. Let's get this back to daily. So Carvana. Remember, we kind of watched them after earnings kind of pop up, base out, breaking out from that base today, ladies and gentlemen. Right there, breaking out today. Funko pullback on Friday. This is a good pullback to get in, Eli. I think something like that would be a good pullback to get in from a one-dayer. Weibo, Anfi, ZTO coming back. DDD 3D Systems also looks like it wants to come back to life today. We'll see what happens with it. There's our BLFS, our new friend. ENDP, Nike. Just popping higher. Glog lower. Docu, Restoration Hardware, moving higher again. Not mad at all at Restoration Hardware. Just lots of stuff. I'm going to breeze through these real quick, then I'm going to bounce. Get my kids ready for the day. Ooh, what was that? No, no, no. Yandex? You, god damn it. Quit jumping around. No, that wasn't it. There it is. Winnebago. Okay, that's probably too low of a handle. You like that, Ethan? Quit shooting me while I'm live streaming. It's okay, buddy. Hey, you better start getting ready for the day. Okay? I'm gonna come out of here in a few minutes. You better start getting ready. He made a huge Duplo gun. It's awesome. It's really cool. So I saw kind of a cup with handle here on, looks like Winnebago. So far, a bit of a nice trend line formed right there, though. If it sells after that, that could be a good short selling opportunity. But maybe this is one of the ones that's selling off. You can see this year it's just been in a downtrend, so that could continue. Winnebago, YY not doing much. Yandex coming to a support line, a very long-term support line. Not sure if it's too much interested in going bullish, though. But if it is, this could be a decent place to get involved in Yandex. No, Eli, that's your favorite stock. iRobot? I haven't seen iRobot on here. But, oh yeah, there's that trend line. Breaking, yeah, Friday popped pretty good out of that. You know, I need to go back and do a much bigger analysis on these stocks. RXN, flat base right here. There's your buy point right there at about $30.96. Technically, it'd be up here. So if you want to call it up there, I can't blame you. 31.56 would be your high there. Bouncing off the 200-day moving average. Volume not very aggressive, but not looking too bad for RXN. Bitcoin Cash right here. Ha ha ha. It's not Bitcoin Cash, but that's funny. Come on. Baba, Ulta. Booking.com. Always buy this thing on a dip. It's never going down. What happened to Nvidia? Tanking? That does not bode well for Twitter and Facebook. What's Facebook doing? Lots and lots of red candles on Facebook. I had a client friend of mine buy a bunch of Nvidia, Facebook, and Twitter because they dropped, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm down 20% in Nvidia." First of all, I don't know how. I don't think there's even a 20% move here, but I don't know where he bought it from. Maybe it wasn't. It must not have been Nvidia. That must have been something else. Anyway, guys, I got to get out of here. Can't finish going through all of these stocks. There's just too many stocks. So yeah, Eli, sorry, Sunday's really hard to kind of do that with. There's so much stuff going on with the kids. Maybe in the afternoon we need to really start carving out some time to kind of go through all these really definitively. NFTX, you think you fat fingered it? Okay. That'd be hilarious though. Oh, you just want to sit there and chat live stream? Is that what you're thinking? Maybe do a Slack phone call with a screen share or something? That'd be pretty funny if you fat fingered Netflix and bought a bunch of it. That's hilarious. What's Apple doing? Oh no, it's down 0.08%. Sell everything. Apple, Facebook, Amazon, that's the other one. Down 0.44%. Yeah, we can do that. I think I can set that up technologically on my side. I don't know if anyone would be interested in watching it, but it'd be good for recording purposes. No one's gonna watch a 2.5 hour live stream, at least after the fact. All right, so Cron still moving up here today, 9%. Now was up 7%. So Cron making good moves. Restoration Hardware making good moves. So, all right, Eli, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get out of here. See you guys tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel.